Hey, what's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. It's Sunday, yes, it is. Hey, Miss Nanette, how you doing? Hey, Miss Cooley. Hey, Pumpkin Princess, good to see you. Glad to see everybody stopped in for a minute. I know it's Sunday and everybody's busy, so thank y'all for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. I was watching another interview over on LinkedIn with one of our regulars that pops in, Jerry Davis. So I was enjoying that. Very good interview, by the way. If hey Jerry, if you hear this, yes, very good interview. And hey man, that was awesome the way you opened up. So I'm trying something new tonight. I got a new camera. It's a 4K camera. So y'all let me know how this looks. Does it look more natural? Um, I hope that it does. Like I said, I'm trying to move the show up notches a little bit. Yes, I am, notch at a time. Hey, Miss Charlotte, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Glad you could make it. And I see baby sis is hanging out there also. Hey, hey, baby sis, good to see you as well. So a lot going on this week, and I hope that everybody has had a great week, awesome week, wonderful week. Because I did. But then again, y'all know me. I always have an awesome, great, fun, wonderful week. But that's just how I plan it. And even if I don't plan it like that, that's what I'm planning on making it do. So make sure y'all hit like, love, or maybe even share the message if you like the message tonight, because I greatly appreciate it. Matter of fact, share the broadcast right now. You just never know who's gonna need to hear what we're saying tonight. So condolences to a friend of mine. She lost her daughter this week. I put it up on Facebook. If you get a chance, hey, help her out. Trying to get money together for her. It was very unexpected, and God bless the family. But they trying to get money together to handle the funeral arrangements. And another special one for me. I lost a buddy of mine today. I call him Fat Boy Charlie. He's a friend of mine who yes, it was their dog, and I called him Fat Boy Charlie because he was a Shih Tzu, and they're supposed to be like 13, 15 pounds. He was like 28 pounds, but he was a hell of a dog, and they had to lay him down today. So rest well wherever you're at, Fat Boy Charlie. And so there's that. Hey, well, thank you, baby sis. She said share it to three groups just now. Brother James, good to see you, my friend. Yes, it is always a pleasure to see you. And remember, we are broadcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, two different YouTube channels. Wow, and Twitter. So we're working at it. Okay, y'all. Um, baby sis, I mean not baby sis. Uh, Pumpkin Princess says all dogs go to heaven. I'm gonna say amen to that. Okay. But yeah, Fat Boy Charlie was amazing. So let's see, where was Longhorn this week? Longhorn was in, yeah, I was in Chicago, and I think yeah, I was in Chicago too. I was in Chicago and Detroit this week. No show this week. Got one coming up next week. Central Missouri. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a winery. So, yeah, I may even give me some free liquor. Nothing wrong with that. But hey, y'all, so give me some comments. How does this new video look? Like I say, I stepped my game up and went from a webcam to an actual 4K camera, and it's supposed to be broadcasting in Ultra HD. I'm like I said, I even wore my pink shirt just to see, some. I hope we can see a difference here. So let's see. Let's get into it. Let's get into the message. The message this week is a repeat, not a repeat. It is it's part two of what we were talking about last week. Last week we were talking about. Well, thank you, Charlotte, and thank you, Miss Nanette. Okay, looks nice. Showing. Okay, thank you. I'm showing out today. Well, I think I need to brighten it up just a little bit, so I'm gonna work on that part too. So just little bitty pieces, okay? Um, she said that being okay. So the background today, that was from I went fishing today, and that was the picture I took while I was out fishing. As I was walking back to my truck, it was about a half a mile away, and I just thought it was beautiful, so I just snapped the picture. So, but thank you for the honesty. I try to do something different with it every week. So there's that piece. Let me see where we're at. I'm moving my green screen back there. No, Jerry, thank you for being you, my friend. So, like I said, I had to swallow there. We're gonna. This is part two of last week, and last week the show was called "Men." Men do have feelings too, and we do. And I got a little feedback. I actually got quite a bit of feedback from last week's show. So I thought I would do the part two because there was so much to unpack from last week's show. And then the wonderful thing about this is this is just not about men. It's women also. Regardless of your race, creed, color, your sexual background, mental health is important to everyone. But one of the things that I was really looking at, Brother Lamont, thank you for dropping in. Really appreciate you, man. Thank y'all, my SDL families, Service Drive Live family, checking in. I appreciate that, y'all. But the mental health situation is something that I know a lot of people are talking about it, but this is me trying to do my part to maybe reach just one person that may not understand that, hey, it's okay to say I'm not okay. It's okay to say I need a little help. It's okay. And I'm trying to, well, not trying, this is what I'm doing, is doing my part to maybe share some information with you that will help somebody. So, like I said, so this is part two tonight. And if you like the message, share the message. The information that I share, I did look up. So it's not stuff I'm just making up off the top of my head. And I guess my disclaimer is I am not a therapist, a PhD. I am a certified life coach. And I have been around the sun a few times. So I've seen a thing or two. But getting into the message is mental health is a term that we hear it thrown around all the time, a lot. And it's a pressing issue that, like I said, it affects all of us, men included. Yes. Yet, for a variety of reasons, many men often find it hard to, I don't know, they find it hard to seek help or even talk about it because everybody's afraid. People are afraid. So the statistics, that is a word I've always had trouble saying. So statistics showing that nearly 1 out of every 5 adults in the United States experience mental illness each year. Yeah, it's time we address it. And we got to address why many men aren't reaching out for the help they need. And it's not just men, women also. So tonight in this piece, we're going to look at 10 reasons why guys aren't getting the mental health that they deserve. And a lot of them do deserve it. So again, make sure you hit like or love and share the message tonight. So let's get this going. So a lot of guys won't get mental health help because of the tough guy image, the hard, or we say in the hood, he trying to be hard. Well, you know what? Hard to get you dead, and being tough will get you dead too. But the tough guy image is, we've all heard about the strong, silent type, the real man, who never cries, never hurts, and never needs nobody's help. We know one of them. We probably got one of those in our family. Well, that image is a part of many cultures and societies and can stop men from accepting that they're having a tough time dealing with. Yeah, it can stop men from accepting that they are having a mental issue and they need some help. Trying to be that image. Man, the hell with that image in a handbag. That image can kick rocks wearing flip-flops. So the tough guy image can mean men don't realize they need support. Or if they do, they don't feel like they can ask for it, because if they ask for it, then guess what? They're not so tough after all. Well, honestly, you're even tougher if you do. You are even tougher for opening up your mouth and saying, hey, I need this. Can you help me? Yeah. Now, I've never subscribed to the tough guy image. I tried to be the good looking guy. I ain't do too well with that one. But I never tried to be the tough guy image. I just tried to be the regular guy image. But I did not know how important asking for help was until I actually I asked for some help. So machoism, macho, well, feelings. Let's just say feelings. Just like the tough guy image, the idea of a guy expressing his feelings means that he really can't show his feelings. Society tells them that, or has told us that real men don't get emotional. And because of this, Many men don't want to admit that when they're feeling down or anxious. This is a huge roadblock to seeking professional help when it's needed, when it's time, because we don't want to admit that we down or that we anxious or that we're depressed. Kind of hard to help somebody when they won't tell you what it is. It's kind of hard. It's hard to help a baby when the baby can't tell you where it hurts. So then that stigma with a capital S, stigma. Let's face it, mental health can be a tough topic for anyone. But for men, the stigma can feel even bigger. There, there's a worry about looking weak or not manly if they admit they are struggling mentally. The fear can stop men from reaching out and getting the help they need. And we've talked about fear. And I know this always just stop being scared. I know it's not that easy. It's not something that you can just turn on and off. And it's hard. And fellas, I admit it is hard. And it's hard for you to go through it by yourself. But that's why there's people out there that want to help you. They can help you. You ain't got to tell everybody in your circle. You can just do it on your own. Pick up the phone. Yeah. And I know that stigma is huge though. So talking about your feelings isn't manly. We've been hearing that all our lives. We often hear that men are supposed to fix their own problems, not talk about them. This leads to guys trying to handle things on their own and not opening up about what they're really going through. This reluctancy to chat about or talk about their mental health, especially with professionals, is a huge barrier. It took me years to talk to Miss Nanette about my struggles and the things that I was going through, that I had been through. And after so many years of me letting out bits and pieces here and there, she flat out said, "I'm surprised you're not a drunk or an alcohol, you're not an alcoholic or a drug addict because of some of the things that I had been through, but I needed to talk about them and finally get those out. And I finally had the opportunity to do such. And I found somebody that would listen to me and not judge me. Because, see, I've asked others in the past, I've tried to talk to them and I've told them, hey, I need some help. And they's like, yeah, sure. Okay, right. Just shake it off and keep moving. But I talked to the right one. And he's like, okay, I hear you. I get it. I'm with you. Let me help you the best way that I know how. And the best thing that they did was listen to me without judging me. Made a big difference. It really, really did make, and it does make a big, big difference. So I'm sorry, kind of went off on a tangent there. Therapy, not for me. Many men see therapy or counseling as something that just isn't for them. Yeah. I'm not going to lay on no couch and let somebody tell me about, how I'm supposed to tell them how I feel. I'm not doing that. Yeah. And matter of fact, I was listening to Jerry speak on the previous show, and he's like, hey man, if you'd asked me about my feelings years ago, I've been like, that's none of your business. And I'm the same way. If you asked me 15, 20 years ago, hey man, talk to me about how you feel inside. What's hurting you? I'm like, if you don't get the hell away from me, I don't talk about that. What's wrong with you? Maybe that was what was wrong with me. Matter of fact, I know that was what was wrong with me because we were taught to just bottle this stuff up inside. Yeah, we were taught to put it in a little bottle, throw it away, or pack it all in and just struggle through it. That's what we were taught. So, so men may see it as something unmanly, or think that it wouldn't really help them. There's also the fear that if they seek help, they're handing over control, which can be a scary thought. Not everybody can handle giving up control or thinking, and they're not actually giving up control. They're getting somebody to get a second hand, a second set of hand on that wheel and keep you from running and driving into a mountain or into an iceberg or diving your plane into into a desert floor. Those are the hands that can help you guide yourself into clear water, down the center of the road, or into open sky. Yeah. Therapy is huge. And it does take courage to say, I need this, and then go get it. And I'm speaking from my heart. I'm speaking from my own, I'm speaking from here. Awareness or lack of it. Sometimes guys simply don't know that they are dealing with a mental health issue. Sometimes they don't know something is wrong. Sometimes they think they just being an ass. Or hey, my daddy used to act like this, so I act like this because this is how my daddy used to act. Well, guess what, there, Coach Cheese? This ain't right, and neither was your dad. Sometimes they just don't know. They may not know the signs, or they may not realize how much seeking help could benefit them to help them not be who they are being. So, by spreading more information like we're doing about mental health, we can encourage men to recognize when they need to ask for help, when they need to ask for support, when they can say, hey, this is too heavy. Can somebody help me carry this? Because I am my brother and my sister's keeper, as are you. And I ask you to share this message tonight. Maybe we can help somebody. Because this is not about me. This is about whoever we can help. That's the reason why we're doing this. That's the reason why I'm talking about it. That's the reason why you're listening to it. Not because, hey, it's Sunday, I got nothing else to do. You got plenty of other choices, but no, you're here with me. So let's make a difference. So many do not know where are the male focused resources. Most mental health resources don't cater specifically to men. No, they don't. If there were more services designed with men in mind, they might feel more comfortable reaching out. These services could consider the unique experiences and viewpoints of men and try to help other men. I mean, damn, you see commercials all the time. They got the little health clinic where you can come in and get your ED fixed. Your soldier won't salute. Come on in. We got pills for you. We're gonna tickle your balls with some electricity. I'm sorry. But we don't have resources where men can go and maybe just say, hey, I need some help. Yeah. Veterans have the VA. I appreciate the VA. Would I say that would be the first step? For some, maybe. But that's a whole nother story. So, money and life stuff. Things like income, job status, and education can also play into whether men seek help for mental health issues. If money's tight or services aren't available, guys might find it hard to get the help that they need, which is very true. And then, too, one of the things that a lot of people worry about is what if this gets back to the wrong people on my job? How is this going to affect me on my job? What if I'm in leadership? And they go, oh, he's in leadership, but he's going to therapy. I know that may not sound like real stuff, but ask a man about it. So the other side of that is role models. Where are they? Often men don't see other men talking about mental health. Now, true enough, this is not my first show about mental health. This is not my second show. And I don't know, I really don't know who sees these. And a friend of mine once said to me, you may want to be careful about the things you say on your show because you never know who's watching from where you work at. And you're right. And it's not like I'm standing here on my desk, um, dancing naked to, let's get, to get jiggy with it. I'm just being real. And I can see where it would be a concern. And I guess maybe I am trying to be, no, I'm being a role model. I'm not trying, I'm being a role model. I am a self professed role model to anyone who will take the information I say to them and use it. If it holds me back, then so be it. Because unfortunately, in the world that we live in, people look at each other and go, I need people around me that look like me, talk like me, walk like me, and love the things that I love just like me. And that leaves very few role models for anybody else. Is every, if everybody you look like, if you look up your leadership chain and everybody looks like each other, it makes it hard for anybody else to look up and go, well, there's my, no, that's not my role model. They don't understand my life. They don't understand where I came from. But often men don't see other men talking about their mental health. Now, if they don't look up and see somebody else in their leadership talking about, yeah, man, I struggled for a minute with this and that and the other, it makes it hard for somebody else to have that discussion. Without role models, especially famous or respected ones, talking about their struggles, it's hard for everyday guys to feel okay about opening up. And then, too, it's hard when you can't look around to somebody close to you and say, they went through this or they survived this. Role models are important. Hey, Annette, good to see you. I see y'all making comments. I'm gonna get back to them. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit like or love tonight for me, please, and share the message if what I'm dropping is good science. Last but not least, coping. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly about coping. When things get tough, guys often resort to unhealthy ways of coping. This means turning to alcohol or drugs or masking the pain. Some go fishing, some go climb trees, some go jump off mountains on skis, yeah, with snow involved. Or some don't. Some just jump off a mountain with a parachute. Now, are they really having fun or are they masking a pain? Are they just trying to feel something? Something other than the pain and the struggle that they are already dealing with. This might help them feel better in the short term, but can hide the need for professional help. If you got a buddy that all they want to do is work on cars all day and drink beer and not interact with their family that they made, there may be an issue there. I play video games. That's one of the ways I release. I've been playing video games for years. That's my, but is that me hiding? Or is that just me? That's how I tune out the rest of the world so I can focus. In the morning, I get up and I spend an hour in quiet meditation before I even interact with the world, unless the world interacts with me ahead of time. Is that me masking the pain, or is that me getting ready to prepare to live in this world? I'm not. I used to drink. Can't say I did much drugs. Yeah, I once did. Back in the day, back when I was a soldier. I did cocaine. Yeah, I did cocaine and acid at the same time. And I told God if He would stop those little midgets from spinning that bed, I would never touch it again. And I ain't. I haven't. Yeah, it was little midgets spinning the bed. Was I was higher than astronaut ass. But true story. But when things get tough, we men do often resort to unhealthy ways of handling it. Sometimes we just work too damn much to block out everything and everybody around us. And maybe we need to work a little less and let more of that love from those who love us come in to help us cope and help us to find the reason to be better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just a little less work could end up being a whole lot more love and a whole lot uh, could get you on the path to wanting to do better and be better and be there for those who love you. So tackling the issues of men's mental health isn't just about telling men to open up. It's more than that. It's about changing societal norms, prompting open and honest conversations about mental health, and working to reduce the stigma around seeking help. Just because you talk about what's going on with you does not mean somebody's supposed to slam you into a mental institution and you supposed to walk around with a gown on with your ass hanging out and somebody force feeding you pills. That's not what it means. It just means it's trying to promote open and honest conversation about mental health and working to reduce the stigma around getting some help. So by understanding why men aren't getting the mental help they need, we could strive to make a better world where everyone, regardless of gender, feels safe to discuss their mental health and seek some help when they need it. Man, I heard the other day, I heard a long time ago that even in the military now, they have stress cards that the recruits carry in their shirt pocket. And when they're feeling stressed, they pull that out. The military that I came up in, yeah, I wish I would tell a drill sergeant I'm feeling stressed. Oh, you feeling stressed there, PFC Davis? Oh, I'm feeling stressed out. You see that piece of telephone pole there? That's your buddy, and your whole squad's gonna carry that around until you feel better, until you're a little less stressed. Was that right or was it wrong? Did that damage me for the rest of my life, or did it make me tougher? Who knows? I don't have nightmares about it, but not understanding why men aren't getting the mental health help they need can it can really help. We need to find a way for people to feel safe, men and women alike, to feel safe to discuss their mental health and seek help when they need it in a safe space. It's essential to validate men's mental health struggles and stress the importance of professional help. And even if you don't go straight to professional, if you go to a friend and say, "Help me, please," that's a start. But only then can we break down these barriers and create a world that supports and prioritizes everyone's mental health. Because, yes, I know we're talking about men's mental health tonight, but man, everybody's, everybody's mental health is important. is essential. And there's more people out there struggling that need help than we even realize. Because, see, we are seeing the tip of the iceberg, and it may look huge, but we all know that if you see the top of the iceberg, the bottom of it is 200 times larger. So that was the message. Let's see what we got going on over here in the chat. Again, y'all, I'm using some new video tonight, a new camera. Just got it today, so I haven't tweaked it a lot. But like I say, I hope it looks good. I hope you guys can hear me well and see me well. It's supposed to be Ultra HD, and it's supposed to be amazing. So we're gonna see how that works out. Okay. Um, let's see here. Jerry says, thank you for being you. And brother, thank you for being you as well. Brother Lamont, again, thank you for checking in. Jerry, it's way better to ask for help than to lock it deep down. Yeah, I'm going to put that up twice because you're right, Jerry. You're absolutely right. It said, it makes you a better person to admit you need help than to struggle in the dark. The lights you find by asking for help will really open your eyes. Man, you just don't know how many people need to know that or hear that, Jerry. Yeah. Now, Coley says, is it Charlie Mank? I can't say that word. Is very open about going to therapy and is advocating for others to do the same if they need it. I'm gonna have to look up who that person is because I don't know. But if they're an advocate for people getting help, hey, I'm all with it. I am. Jerry says sometimes carrying your own yoke can get too heavy, and it's all right to get help with the heavy lifting. Jerry, I learned that one firsthand. Yes, I did. DC Fluffy, baby sis says they have resources. Men have to put that pride down and want to go to that resource. Yes, you're right. And it's, I see you put want in capital letters. You should have put pride in capital letters because that is what keeps a lot of us men from getting help is our pride. I know I'm very proud, probably too proud. If you can be over proud, well, I take that back. I used to be. And I did what I felt like I needed to do. I asked for help. And the person that I asked for help was friends and family. Some of them stepped up, some of them stepped away. But the ones that stepped in, they didn't just step in, they stepped closer. And I got like four of them. The other stepped away. But I'm here because these four people saw me through some of the hardest and toughest times in my life. When I thought I was just with, I just honestly, I thought I was just going to dissolve in the midair. But that's another conversation. Coley says it's hard to do something totally against what's been instilled in you as a child. That's why we're trying to break that cycle, Coley, because we were raised by our people the best way that they knew how to raise us. They gave us the information, the best information that they had at their disposal. And it wasn't they gave us bad information because they wanted to, they gave us bad information because that was the information that they had. But it's just like anything else. Just to put it in here, just to put it in simplest terms, our cars used to use regular gas. Now they use unleaded. And what did it take? It took a little work for us to figure out, man, yeah, maybe this is going to be a better option for us. We have to learn to do something different. That's the truth. DC says truth and truth. Coley raised a hand. Annette was late getting to the show, but she got a note, so she's okay. DC says, I've seen a therapist in the past getting my mental health in check. I didn't much care what others had to say or thought about it. But yes, for some, it's much easier said than done. Very true. And I'm proud of you, baby sis, because yeah, we both are from the same family. Jerry man would love you too. Thank you for the compliment there. Annette said my DIs used to chase after me. I could believe that. Um, Annette says the PHX VA uh, has come a long way for mental health. That's a wonderful thing because we got a lot of broken soldiers and we got a lot of broken veterans out there that really need the help from the VA. So thank y'all for the comments on the camera and the sound. Thank you. Okay, she said it's pronounced Charlemagne. Oh, Charlemagne. He's Wendy Williams' old sidekick when she was on the radio. Okay, Charlemagne the God. Okay, from the Breakfast Club. I know I've heard of him, and when I saw Charlemagne the God, I kind of was like, okay, thank you. And yeah, the God thing just kind of threw me off a little bit. But anyway, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Um, LinkedIn user said no one knows what one knows, much less what a one is dealing with. This is true, so never take it for granted. Always be kind to others, and when in doubt, do not be afraid to reach out. I agree because we don't know. We really don't know. We don't know what people are going through. We we could be sitting next to someone on a plane. We could be sitting next to someone at a ball game, and they could have just got a cancer. They could have just got the prognosis, their diagnosis on their phone. They could have just got a message that their family member just died. They could be. I remember I was buying a car, and they sent over. I asked them to fax me over proof of my income, and along with the fax of income was my "you're getting laid off" letter. You don't know, and you're right, LinkedIn anonymous LinkedIn user. You don't know what people are going through, so be kind to each other. It's not that hard. It's really not. So Fluffy says exactly. Thank you, Annette. Uh, like I say, I decided not to. I've struggled with whether I was going to keep doing this show or not. I've struggled with it, and I've talked about it with select people, and I'm going to continue to do it. So I was like, you know what? I want to make this better. So how do I make this better? I made an investment. Don't know how I'm gonna pay for it yet, but I made an investment so we can make it better. Um, DC said my thoughts too on the God. Yeah, that kind of threw me. But hey, people have a problem with my name Longhorn, but so there's that. And they go, why Longhorn? I'm like, it's a cow, dude. It's just a cow. Yeah, it's just a cow. Thank you, Brox. I will do that. Thank you very much. Try Klarma. Klarma getting everybody money right now, but we're not even gonna get into that. So y'all, that's my message for tonight. And I thank y'all for sticking around. Again, I ask you to, hey, if you like the message, share it. Can I get some likes and some loves? Tonight I only got like 4 loves and 3 or 4 likes. If you really like what I'm talking about, if you have a show idea, inbox me on either one of these platforms: Facebook inbox, LinkedIn, Yahoo, YouTube, or Twitter. I'm always looking for new ideas, and it was an honor for me to cover mental health, mental illness, I don't know what next week's show is going to be about, but it will be a message because there is always messages in the madness. So, Coley. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I'm a Texan, Coley. It's a cow with long horns. It's a bull with long horns. Jesus Christ. Do show horse therapy. I don't know enough about show horse therapy to even talk about it. And that maybe I got to come to Arizona and hang out with you for a week so I can learn something about that. Or maybe we could just talk about the different kinds of therapies that are out there that can help people with mental illnesses. How about that? Not mental illnesses, people who have mental challenges. How about that? So, all right, y'all, mouth dry, gotta go. Um, and for those of y'all, if you didn't see my hat, yes, Longhorn got some branded gear going on there. Yes, that is my autograph. Yep, that's it. Longhorn. Yes, it is. And I've already sold, about 20 of those. So I'm kind of proud of that. All right, y'all. Time for me to go. And as always, God loves you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Respect our vets. This has been another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. God bless y'all. $2.